a couple of songs or whatever, and he's just like, oh, this is gonna be so fast. Anyway, happy Monday, friends.
Hello.
I wish I had my brush out here because then I could do it too.
Well, you did have your lips a minute ago going on.
And I did. I had my lips going, but I got that done. I'm wearing scarlet red.
Oh, it's so pretty.
With red lip liner.
Beautiful.
So I normally don't do the scarlet red, but I was like scrambling around trying to find what do I have in my, in my bathroom, because I didn't remember that I had my lipstick bag right here. So
I love it.
Well, I'm like, it's sitting right here. Okay. It's March. Can you believe it? It's March. Happy March. And oh my gosh, we are so excited. I got to pull up a keynote here because we have so many awesome things to go over with you guys today. And if you're going to watch the replay, you are in for a treat. And if you're going to watch the real deal like Terry live with us, you too are in for a treat, my friend, because we're going to have lots of fun. And here we go. All right. So I see Trish and me. We're cute. Okay. We're here. We're happy. We're here. Woohoo! Oh, I forgot to take out the March birthdays. Does anybody have a March birthday?
I don't know.
I don't. It's okay. Oh, Gus, we were celebrating Gus's birthday yesterday. He's 2. So there you go.
Gus.
March anniversaries. Anybody got a March Mary Kay anniversary?
No.
I know Linda Keeper does. But I think that might be it. I know. Yeah. Happy anniversary, Linda. Recognition. We've got some recognition to do. Terry. You were a big deal this month.
Woohoo!
You were charging towards the third quarter star. Third quarter star. Yeah. And you are a February achiever, my friend. Whoop, whoop.
Thank you.
So we have Terry and Danny and Trish, and we are excited to be in March because there's going to be more achievers in March. I'm super excited. Hooray! Okay, so we don't have any new consultants, so we're going to fly through these little guys here because we're going to talk about the career path in our training today. And we are in our final 13 days of the star quarter.
Can't believe it.
I can't believe it. It's like you blink. It's like January was 75 days long.
And
February felt long. And it was like a blip. And now we're in March already. And we're in the final 4. We always talk about the final 4 in Mary Kay, and that's where we are right now. So 1,800 wholesale minimum gets you as a Sapphire Star. And you can do, keep selling and accruing star levels just by selling, or once you hit that 1,800, if you're adding qualified team members during the star consultant period, so anybody who signs her agreement from December 16th through March 15th and comes in qualified in that time period, during their great start time period, they will bump you up per qualified team member. So if I had 3 team members that all came in qualified, well, then it's going to move me up 1,800 more points. So I would go from a Sapphire to an Emerald if I was a Sapphire to start. So that's just kind of, tuck that away for information. But the All-Star Consultant Program is here they rebirthed it. So you get an additional prize at seminar when you're a 4-quarter star. And basically your average star point, it'll either put you at Sapphire, Ruby, Diamond, Emerald, or Pearl. And what cool Dune London piece you get will be determined by what level star you are. So there you go. But now we need to talk about why March is so freaking amazing right now. Are we ready?
Amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm telling you, we are in for a treat. Okay. Court of Sales double credit is only happening through March 15th. And what that is that during those 15 days that started yesterday, everything that you put in wholesale normally counts, double for retail, but now it would count double that for retail. So let's pretend that I place a $200 wholesale order. Normally that would be 400 retail, right? In
Mhm.
this case, it would be 800.
Woo!
And so it would count towards your standing towards court of sales, whether it's the Queen's Court, Princess Court, Unit Court, just the ranking in the top 10 of your unit. That all kind of comes into place. There is a cap on it on how much will count double. The maximum number is 2,000 wholesale, which would then count not 4,000, it would count 8,000 retail. And I have to tell you
8,000?
a secret. 8,000. Can you all say shut the front door?
Shut the front door.
Yes, that's right. And let me tell you guys a little secret I have to tell you. I'm officially on target for Court of Sales.
Woo!
It's true. It's true. I saw the little green thing on my report yesterday. I was like,
You
what is that?
did?
I did. So I'm pretty stoked. Anyway, so Court of Sharing is all month long, though, you guys. So double credit. And there is a cap on that as well. If you add 6, is it still 6, Trish?
Yes, 6. I did read the rules today.
6 will count as 12.
12. And what is 12,
when they
Jan?
come in qualified.
What
12
is
is
12?
half of the Court of Sharing,
Wow.
my friend.
Half
So
done.
let's pretend that we did. Let's just pretend that we each added 13 team members this month. 6 of them would count for double. So that means I would have 12.
Mhm.
Now we're going to do math, because if I added 13 and 6 count as double, that means 7 count as normal. So 7 plus 12 is 19. I'd be almost done with the Court of Sales in 1 month of sharing this wonderful opportunity. Isn't that crazy?
Well, Court of Sharing for this one, Dan.
Court of Sharing.
Court of Sharing. That bumblebee.
We're going to do it. We're going to
Bumblebee's
do it. We're going
calling.
to get the B.
The bee is
The
calling.
bee is calling our name. It's true. So let's talk about that. That bumblebee right there is gold and diamonds, and you can pick the cash, but why would you? Get the bee. The bee is worth more, and it's a very prestigious thing to have on your suit, whether it's a red jacket or a director jacket. It's cool.
I'm sure Terry
Court of
noticed the
Sales.
bumblebees on Thursday.
Oh, I
when
think she
saw
did.
Lysandra.
I bet you she did. Yes,
We all did.
Lysandra has some bees. Yeah. Court of Sales is this beautiful ring that's diamond, and I think is it a purple quartz or something like that?
Don't remember.
I don't know.
Beautiful.
It's an amethyst maybe or something. I don't
Beautiful.
know. It's pretty and well over $525 in cash, but some people pick the cash. I have picked the cash over the years as well sometimes because either the ring didn't juice me or whatever. But now we need to talk about why team building is so awesome this month. The Red Jacket collection, we're going to talk about why the Red Jacket is so awesome in a few minutes here. But this, can you say OMK?
OMK.
We have new consultant option this month, $10 instead of 35 or 30. What were we doing before?
35.
35. Yeah, 35. I just had a brain fart. It's $10. So if I'm wanting to really work my business and I want to get a go kit as well, that's only
100.
$100.
100. Like
It's 100.
It's like going back in the olden days, Dan. Kind of
It's
in
like
the
the
best
olden
way
days,
ever.
Trish.
In the
That's
best
right.
way ever.
That is absolutely right. So $10 to start your Mary Kay business with the eStart, and then you got the option to add on, right?
Mhm.
So the Pro Start, what did I call it? A Go Start? Oh, because Go Kids. That's why. Okay, the Pro Start, $90. Oh, well over $400 worth of awesomeness inside. I think we actually tallied it up to being over $500 worth of awesome. But people who are serious that really want to jump on it, I think the $100 is the way to go.
Yeah.
But if they want to just dabble and maybe take advantage of the tiered discounts, $10 is probably a smart move this month as well.
Mhm.
But we want a sea of new people this month. And this, because International Women's Day is on March 8th, but we actually have International Women's Month the whole month long. And so here is the power of one, which is being one of the top 3 global markets with the highest percentage of team building in March compared to the market's total independent beauty consultant count as of March 1st. If you add at least one new active team member and they get active in March, you will move your market one step closer to being in the top 3 global markets with the highest percentage of total achievers. And then when you win, you get extra bling for seminar for the bling badge. Oh,
And Dan, I'm just
that's
thinking
pretty
in the
cool.
spirit of the Olympics, like we're still
Yes.
catching up on our Olympic viewing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we've been watching all the things, the bobsled, the monobob, the
Uh-huh.
skeleton, all the things. And
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, we should have some North America pride here and try to
I think so.
get this one, right?
Mhm. I think so. I think we need to kick some booty on this one. So, yeah, let's get our power of one, getting one new active team member this month. You can get agreements in, and we have till June 30th to get them Great Start qualified, friends. So that's the cool thing about the double credit. Okay.
Mhm.
We want to talk about the red jacket, because the red jacket on the career path is kind of like the first step that it's a very different look compared to being your standard independent beauty consultant and even a senior consultant. So here's the story behind the red jacket. It would help
Put
if
your
Danny put her
glasses on, Dan.
glasses on. I'm like, I've been doing so great. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, I can't read that. The iconic red jacket in Mary Kay's history has an interesting origin tied to baseball. It all started in 1973 when Mary Kay attended a community event organized by the St. Louis Cardinals. The event was set up by Kathy Cunningham, an independent sales director, and her husband, Joe, who was transitioning from playing for the Cardinals to being their director of sales. During the event, Mary Kay was invited to throw out the first pitch. Inspired by the Cardinals' red jackets, Mary Kay decided to have all the star recruiters in St. Louis wear red jackets to the game. The positive response to this idea led the company to officially adopt the red jacket as a symbol of achievement for star recruiters, and in this case, star team builders. Okay. So that is pretty darn exciting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it is. Woohoo! So now let's talk a little bit. Business partying your way to success. Okay. Party your way to success in Mary Kay. Oh, it's a poem. He just dropped it off, Ains. So what is here? And I'm going to post these so you guys have it. And it's basically, it's holding these appointments in close proximity. Okay. If I'm only holding 4 parties a year, then I'm probably not going to be a senior consultant with any kind of consistency. Okay. But think of it in terms of you're actively working your business. And I know I'm being a smarty pants, but it's important to think of consistency, because consistency is the key. Okay. So a senior consultant basically gets you 1 or 2 active personal team members is 4 parties. Okay. Because if you've got 4 parties and you are asking at least 2 people at each party to hear about the business, then that's 8 people you've shared with. That's going to get you 1 to 2 personal team members. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Star Team Builder, which is that first level of red jacket, that's 3 or 4 active personal team members. Okay. 10 parties gets you team leader, which is the 5 to 7 active personal team members. Elite team leader is 16 parties, and that's 8 or more personal team members. And we're going to kind of just stop there for a second, and we'll talk about directors and sales directors or DIQs and sales directors in a minute. Because basically what we're talking about are parties and interviews getting you the team members. Okay. So to be an elite team member, we're wanting 12 parties, 32 interviews, 8 people who are active. Okay. Now, if you want to become a sales director, that's awesome. There's the next steps involved. If you don't, and you want to stay a red jacket and just continue to build, then just keep doing what Mary Kay asked us to do, which is pass it on. Because the cool thing is, once you get to that elite team leader position, if you keep adding people, then you're probably always going to stay in red jacket land. You're never going to do that shoots and ladders kind of thing that sometimes happens. Okay. So here is a monthly IPA tracking, which I think is really cool. If you're wanting to IPA is not just an adult beverage, it's also income producing activities. Okay. And what it is it's basically setting you up here in a good way to see what IPAs are. Okay. Rearranging your products on the shelves is not an IPA, but attending a unit meeting is, having a guest at an event is, holding a party is, meeting people and giving your information is, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So you've got week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, all your booking attempts here. I think it's a pretty cute little tracking sheet that could go on a goal poster or just go on a notebook. Okay. Trish, I want to turn it over to you, my friend, because this is the part that really gets us excited. And Trish has been excited about this for like forever. Once the Star Team Builder added a new level of commissions, and it's been a few minutes. So Trish, I want you to talk about it, friend.
Well, guys, I think sometimes we kind of forget, like having a few team members gets you extra money in there, because we always think, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I have real life stories to prove that it does. But you're always going to get your earnings of 30 or 50% in your sales. But what if you could add to that every month, depending on how many team members you had and what your team action was? What if you could add like a Starbucks money, or, an outing money? Or what if you could do your phone bill money? Or what if you could pay a car payment? Or what if you could pay half your rent or mortgage payment with your team building money? And once you kind of get the gist of this, you just will start going, oh my gosh. So let's just talk about the first level. When you do have a personal team member, who knows the that you get just as a senior consultant? Who knows? Anybody? Hey, guys? Let me see. Nobody knows? Nobody knows.
People know.
4%? Am I right? 4%.
Yeah.
Okay. So 4% is good. That's your Starbucks money, or like we used to call it money back in the day. But when you start getting to the higher things in your red jacket, all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is real money for me, because Starbucks money is fun, but you kind of almost forget you get it because it's automatically deposited for you. But when you're Star Team Builder, you're still going to get 4% if your team production is $9.99 and less. Okay. But once you get to $1,000 in the month, then you all of a sudden jump up to $6, and then 6%, and then 1,800 or more is 8% as a red jacket. And you guys, if you did a shot for your team, 2,000, that 8% is now $160. I'm sure that's more than all of your phone bills, or it's probably half a car payment or something. But I mean, that's a lot of money that you get just for doing what you would do anyways, which is being nice to your team members, inviting them to meeting. You don't have to do training. You just got to chat them once in a while and say, make sure you come to the meeting, or come do this appointment with me, things like that. So that is really good money. And then when you get to team leader, we're going to celebrate again, because instantly your commission goes up a baby bit at 9%. But then any month, and this is the game, and you can ask Downing for verification. This is the game that we play all the time as sales directors even, is how fast can we get our 13% check, which is us plus 5 team members ordering 25 more. And it's just something about that that makes it exciting. Back in the day, when I don't even remember what it was, but I just have this number attached to my brain, at $5,000. So let's say you and your team do $5,000 for the month. If you're getting 13% commission on that, I have that calculation memorized, because it's $650. And I'll tell you, in the days of Mary Kay, when I first started, you didn't get a commission check until you had 3 team members, I think. And they would save up senior commission ones, and they would roll off every few months. Like, you might lose them, you might. At 3, you got your commission checks. And of course, 5 you even did. So my first recruiting bonus as a consultant wasn't until I was like a team leader. And that very first one I got, I had a great month. I think I was on target for my car. And that bonus check was exactly within like 50 cents of what my mortgage was back then from my team building bonus. So just imagine if you even had half these days, because inflation, right? Everything's double what it was at
Mhm.
the time frame I'm talking about. But if you had half of your rent or mortgage paid, like how much easier would you breathe, like as a human being, to know that came from doing what you would do anyways for free, which is just inviting your team, being nice to them, inviting them to training with you, things like that. So there's so much money to be had. And then once you get to elite team leader, you still get those same incredible bonuses, 9 and 13%. But the benefit of being an elite team leader, because Danny and I talked about it today, is the fact that it's easier for you to stay in that position with more people. It's easier for you to reach that 13% versus 9 or 8 or 6 or 4 when you have more people on your team.
Mhm.
And then when you do decide it for you and you do want to move up, then you'll already be so much farther ahead than deciding when you have 3 people that you're ready. Okay, so those are just the commissions. And Danny talked about earlier about the bonuses that you get for team building. Hold on, my phone's ringing. The bonuses you get as a recruiter. So when you have somebody and they get qualified, then you get a $50 bonus instantly. I don't know if you guys know that they do instant bonuses now. $50. And we all know the story of $50 is $50. And if you don't know it, you can ask me and I'll tell you later. But this is exciting to me because you can absolutely make a huge difference in your family's budget. You can make a difference in a dream that you have. I mean, what do you guys want? Like, what you want out of your business. Do you want a new couch? Do you want to go on a trip? What do you want to do? And think of how much money you add to team building. So I say, let's all get at least a gold medal this month, if not more. Because to sign up for Mary Kay this month is like a fancy Starbucks drink. No joke. No joke. Like no joke.
Yeah. Well, we were talking. Let's look at this calculator, you guys, because I think this is pretty helpful. Let's pretend that your personal sales, let's say you did $1,200 in personal sales, okay? And then you have your personal team production. Let's say it's 2,000. Trish and I love that Club 2000 because we want your team of whether it's 2 people, you and your 1 recruit so far, or your 3 to 8, right? Or more. We want your team to be doing 2,000. Okay.
And Dan, I cannot remember on this part because it's been a minute.
Uh-huh.
It's just their team that counts for that part, right? Not them.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, your numbers don't count in the commission
this
part of things.
calculation.
Right. Now, I will tell you though, it does as far as your commission amount as a star team builder. It's the one place where, let's say, I'm going to use Amy as an example. If they do 1,800 or more as a team, and let's say she did 600, she'll get 8% on the 1,200 that's not her.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's say that you added 2 Great Start qualifieds. We're just going to say 2 because maybe the other 3 haven't ordered yet. Okay. So your personal sales is 50%. So you've got $600 in your pocket from your sales. And your personal team production is, we're going to say 1,200.
You said 1,200, yeah.
1,200. And because you're doing 600 because you sold 1,200, so you're going to do a 600. So you're going to be looking at 8% off of 1,200. So we're going to put that in there because I like
do the
math. So 1,200
$96.
times $96. Okay. So we've got $600 from sales, $96 from your personal team production, and $100 in your pocket because you had 2 Great Start qualified at 56 a piece or $50 a piece. Okay. Now you just made $796.
And somebody probably ordered
196.
more than 600, so they probably got 800.
Yeah.
Then. Let's just say 800.
Yeah, maybe so. You'll just say 800. So you earned $800 from your Mary Kay business from just doing what you normally do. Okay.
Love it.
If you get into team leader mode and you're doing your 600, and you have 5 team members that do their 225, well, now all of a sudden you're making 13%.
Mhm.
So let's say now that you've got 5 people doing 225. Let's just say let's say your team did 1,300. No, your team did 1,400, and you did 600. So you're truly team 2,000. So now I love this part. 182 is your personal team productions commission.
Mhm.
You had a couple extra great start qualifieds come in there. That's 282 plus your 600 that you had in your profit. Okay. The highest team commission check I earned was actually, well, there's one since I became a director, but the one that I remember vividly was when it was March of 2010. And my team did like 8,600 in production.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it was pretty great. And I was about 600 of it, I think. And I was a little more than 600 of it because my commission check was $923. And that was before they gave you a $50 bonus on your qualifieds.
Mm-hmm.
So now it would have been over $1,000 because of the $50 bonus on my qualifieds, right? So that's
great.
the minute that you're like, oh my gosh, it really is soup and sandwich. And so this, I'm going to make sure you guys all have access to it. It's the Red Jacket packet. So you guys can track it. I like it. Track it, packet jacket. I love it. This shows you the career path all the way up, which I think is pretty great because, we kind of talk about the benefits of directorship, but the levels of director are the same as the levels of consultants. Okay. And that's kind of the cool thing that you guys can check out, at your leisure. It's not meant for anything other than just look it over and see what you see. And, growing from a team leader all the way up to, a national sales director. And then there's levels of national sales director, which is so great because every level there's additional commissions from the company that are available to you. Okay. This I love here. It's your dream commission check. How much would you like your monthly commission to be? And write it out to yourself. Trish, I would like $50,000.
You can have it.
I think we can. Yeah, for a commission check, not counting my personal sales. Yeah, I think we should fill that in. Okay, this I think is perfect because you guys can print this and tape it to your bathroom mirror and read it in the morning and before you go to bed and save it in your phone and recite it whenever you need an extra dose of courage or boldness. Which one of you darlings would like to volunteer to read that?
I'll do it.
Okay, Amy.
Okay. My vision is clear and I guide my team towards shared success. I am confident and capable of achieving my sales goals. I foster growth and empower those around me to reach their full potential. I build genuine connections and serve my customers with integrity. I embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and grow stronger. Rejection is simply a stepping stone on my path to success. When I wear my red jacket, I radiate strength and courage. My energy and enthusiasm inspire others to join me on this journey. I am grateful for every opportunity to learn, grow, and succeed.
And then you could have another sentence in there if you wanted for yourself. Okay. But I'll make sure you guys have access to this so you can, tweak it as you want or, whatever you want to do there. I think it's really fun. So I'm going to pause there because we know that powerful products are happening. Thank you, Amy. You did a beautiful job of reciting that. I appreciate you. So good. So we've got, definite thoughts perhaps of what it is that Trish and I were talking about here. And we'll talk about upcoming events and all that kind of stuff. But I did want to make sure I told you that virtual career conference registration has been extended to the 15th. So anybody that was trying to do it on Saturday night and maybe was having issues because of month end being kind of, it's available. And so Trish is going to be coordinating some things here locally. And we'll be making sure you guys get the info on that. Okay. If you should so desire.
You should so desire.
I think you should desire. Okay. But tell me when you're looking at like the Red Jacket paycheck calculator versus a consultant, we make 50% on everything that we sell, which is great. Or, I get a hit on my shop when I'm inactive, but I still make 30%. What are some takeaways that you got from that Red Jacket little training that we just did?
Well, this is the month to do it. $10.
Yes,
And then I
absolutely.
would pay it for them.
Yeah. And I wouldn't necessarily, like give them tons of signing bonuses, because it's like, if you're paying $10 to get started, then I think what you could ask them is, how serious are you? Because if I were you, I'd just add the $90 Pro Start on it, so you've got all the products to demo with.
Right.
And the bag.
And the bag itself is worth it. So it's a good thing. So
Sorry.
what else can you tell me from that?
I like the commission structure.
The commission structure is great. And I always feel like it's kind of like the loaves and the fishes, because when you get to the level of director and you see the difference, that was the part that was the most fun for me when I became a director, was all of a sudden I had all these extra columns to work from. But I feel like sometimes we need to show you what's available at the next step. We always talk about those stackable wins. And so I want you guys to have stackable wins and not try to get from point A to point X without doing the little guys in between, and enjoying the journey, right? Because the parties, we actually end up having some fun, even, when they're crazy parties, they're good, right? So what we have scheduled for us this Thursday is exactly what we did last week. And I know this is going to shock you all, but I'm going to be there.
Yay.
Because pre-festival judging season has ended.
We
last
we
week
had a lot of fun last week with our invited guest director, Lysandra.
I love that
hearing from
Lysandra was
her.
there.
You never know
She's
who we're
so
going to have
great.
there. You never know who's going to
Yeah.
show up with us. And
Yeah.
she was.
But
a
I'm going to be
delight.
there.
But you're going to be there, Jen.
Yeah, I'm going to be there, and we'll have big fun. And we're doing the same thing all month long, where we're doing Skin Analyzer app and then putting them in their stations. Are they a repair or are they a Miracle Set station? Okay. Also, I do want to make sure that you are aware of a couple other things, that because we have, what's that word I'm looking for? Double credit through the end of the month, or not the end of the month, through the 15th. I don't want to get ahead of myself here.
First 2 weeks.
Just through the 15th. We have 2 weeks to do it. So I want to show you a couple different things. This, I'm going to blow it up so you can see it, because I'm pretty sure this is something I can share with you guys as your director without getting in trouble. And it is a sale that you could offer. And I would say just skincare. Okay.
Mhm.
Just skincare. You're not going to, do pieces, parts, or give giant discounts, but I want you to look at this. This would be only from March 1st through 15th. And it's giving them a little bit of a discount on the sets. And I sold a repair set today from just texting this out. There's a script, and this was just my skincare customers, and I sent the picture. So you can change the picture to make it be you. And I'll share that template with you guys if you'd like it. And you can tweak it. I know Trish kind of took the template and went one step further, which was talking about how the individual retail prices of all the pieces to show a bigger discount of things, which I think is awesome. So that's one thing that you can do. And I did share with Amy. I didn't get it to go through when I was trying to share it with beautiful Miss Terry. It wasn't showing up, but what I am going to see here is that it will show up here for you guys. Windows. No. Okay, so there's some price changes coming. And it's not enough to like lose, any sleep over, because you figure as prices go up everywhere else, prices are probably going to go up, in our products too. The only thing that was a big increase was, I think, finishing sprays going up $4. Everything else is only a couple bucks. The repair set's going up, I think, $5, but it's already $225 now, it's $230, so the percentage is still really low of the increase, right? So I want to make sure you guys have access to that, because as an example, oil-free eye makeup remover is going to go from 20 to 22. So if I have 10 eye makeup removers that I bought for $10 wholesale, and now the price is $22, I'm making more than 50%, right?
Mm-hmm.
So any kind of strategery that you can create for yourself when you're looking at what you have on hand to help you think like a retailer. I'm not saying become the Western Division branch, but I am thinking of, if you know that you've got skincare sets that you want to make sure that you've got plenty on hand that you can sell for, a bigger discount for yourself as a result of that price increase. And it doesn't happen until May. So it'll be in the next lookbook. So it'll be the summer lookbook. Does that sound right?
Yes.
I think it's the
so.
summer lookbook. Yeah. So that'll be cool. And we'll just keep you posted on that one for sure. Any questions on that stuff? Anything? Bueller, anything?
I just think it's a smart thing, Dan, because if you think about it, and Danny and I talked about this today, that, for us, because we've been in a long time and because we're good users, like let's say oil-free eye makeup remover, for example, like it would not be much at all for me, $50 on my shelf, because I sell so much of that.
Right, me too.
Maybe not that much of some other things, but think about how much you use. Terry and I talked about that the other night. We're our biggest customers. Like, look and see what you use, because get your stuff at less cost. But then think about every time you buy something right now, that Dan said, that increase, and we'll have a chart for you guys so you can check it out. Panda's working on it.
Yeah.
That shows you the percent of income that you can now make if you order it now and sell it after the price increase. Like, it's just a higher profit for you, and that there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to give the customers a discount after the 15th, like May 15th.
I wouldn't.
That's the new price, but it will give you flexibility, and it'll give you more than 50% profit. And there's nothing wrong with making more than 50%, right?
Right. And the thing too, that special thing that I was showing you, that's to generate your retail sales. Your retail sales for the front half of the month to be able to maximize your double credit, right? So that's the reason for it. If you don't want to do that and you just want to do your normal thing, absolutely don't take what we're offering. Okay. But if you think about it, if it gets more people to buy, then your wholesale production is going to go up. And that's a good thing, because then it's money in your pocket. Who likes money? We all like money. Money's good. So yeah, so that's my thing for you on that. Trish, what else can we think of to share with them?
There is a push now with the company for us to do a lot on my shop. And I will tell you that I know you guys both have your setup all the way 100%. And I think you're so smart, because some people say they started it, but they didn't finish it or whatever. So they're going to get orders. But I've had consultants on my team already get orders from people they don't know. And to be able to have extra money coming into your sales towards your own personal wholesale goals, towards your star. I think that the more we can get that there, the better. But the company's having another little promotion for the top 10 consultants and the top 10 sales directors in each division. It'll be like 60 altogether. I think they're giving away. If you have
Oh,
the
wait, I've
high-
got it. Hold on. I'll do the
top
picture.
10
Hold on.
highest, okay, top 10 highest, you will win cool prize. And I think we all would like to have this because you could wear it to ball games, you could wear it wherever you want it, and it would advertise your business without you advertising your business. It's cute.
It's cute.
Very
And it's
cute.
not those like half pearls or hot glued on. They're like real, not real pearls. The see, they look like pearls, but they're the full size ones that are put on a little more nicely. So this will last you like your whole life. This jacket. And, I know a lot of times in promotions from the company, we all say, "Well, there's a lot of people. A lot of people are probably going to do a lot, but we don't know." And sometimes going for it, you just don't know. You might end up being one of them, and you don't know. And it would be so cool, right? You guys like
It's so cute.
fun? It's really fun looking jacket.
Super cute. Super cute. Okay, friends. Well, here's what I want to do is this weekend, because International Women's Day is Sunday. And what I'm wanting us to do is kind of like little mini share-a-thons over the course of the weekend. Friday, there's going to be a block of time that we'll have. Saturday, there's going to be a block of time that we have. And Sunday for International Women's Day. And it's going to be a combination of, we'll maybe do like a 5 and 5 to talk about how great the products are. We're going to talk about $10 e-starts. And then we're going to ask them, do they want to be a full paying customer? Do they want to maybe, get some product for free by hosting a party, or do they want to take advantage of the discounts? That's just what we're going to ask them. What do they want to do? So if you've got anybody, start thinking, and we'll get all the time set up so you've got them, and then we'll have all kinds of big fun this weekend, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, I've got a couple things. I love this. A Benjamin Franklin quote. "We must indeed all hang together, or most assuredly we shall all hang separately." That's kind of harsh.
Wow.
I like that one, Jan. I have not heard
Yeah.
that before.
I was like, that's hilarious. Okay. Coming together is a beginning, working together is success. That's Henry Ford. And then Helen Keller said, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." And the last one is Michael Jordan. "Talent wins games, but teamwork wins championships." And we're in the Final Four, my friends. And so it's time for championship mentality and being champions, because you are champions.
Yay.
So go out there and have $1 million week, okay?
Hey.